Hi everyone, welcome to the Data Analytics Club. Today I'm going to be showing us how I was able to create this beautiful dynamic dashboard in Excel. You can use Excel to also create more than dynamic dashboard, not only Power BI, but you can also use Excel to do this. So this beautiful dashboard, I created it in Excel using, and I've also used what's it called, PowerPoint to do my this particular background, this particular curve in the background. So I use Power BI PowerPoint for that. So you can check my other video on how to create background on PowerPoint. Well, just check others on the videos tutorial for background on my YouTube channel. So now this particular dashboard is about customer feedback of a particular hotel. So I did my analysis based on different things, on gender, sources of information, rating, over general rating, then overall rating. This is general rating. Also overall net promoter, overall feedback and purpose of visiting. So now it's time for us to start our analysis, and I'm going to start with this particular analysis. So now I want to use, let me create another or insert another sheet for my dashboard. So now once you insert another sheet, just go to view, remove heading, grid line. Then you can now insert a shape. Go to shape, then insert. I want to insert a particular each rectangular shape. So now I have a rectangular shape. So let me reduce it to this. So I think I'm cool with this. Okay, let's reduce it. Then we can increase it like this, drag it. So now, so I'm going to be formatting my shape here. So I don't want the outline. So the fill, so I'm going to use more color, then custom color. So now I'm going to be changing this to 5, then 45. That's my color code, if I can still remember. Yes, that's my color code that I want to use for my background. So the next thing now is to go to PowerPoint and insert a particular shape. Okay, before that, okay, let's start that from PowerPoint. So this particular shape, I want to create it. I want to show us how to create that particular shape. So now the first thing that I'm going to do is to add new shape, new slide, then click this, remove this. Once you've removed that, so now I'm going to fill this with this particular shape so that we'll have what I want to do. So now insert a new shape. I want to insert this particular shape, and when you are doing that, make sure you are holding your any circle that you want to insert, hold your control and shift key, then drag. Once you drag that, bring it here, then you can reduce it, then come right here, insert a new shape, insert a new shape, insert this rectangular shape, then double click on it, come right here. So you can, to have what we want to have that. So now we have that. So now the next thing now is to remove it to have this particular curve shape. So now click on the circle shape first, click this, then go to format, go to merge shape and subtract. Can you see now that we have our shape? So now the next thing now is to come right here, change it to white, then increase the transparency to about 90, remove the outline. So can we see now that we have our shape? So now copy this shape now and take it back to your dashboard here, put it here. So now I'm going to bring it here. So now, and I will duplicate, copy it again and paste it. So now you flip it. Just, you can now reduce this, you can reduce this. to what you want, to this shape. Yeah, you can still increase it. Okay, yeah, we are cool with that. So now the next thing is my title. So I'm going to insert another shape. I'm going to insert another shape, this particular shape. So you flip it, then bring it up here. So I don't want outline. So now you can reduce it. Then you can reduce this up like this. Drag it and still bring it up. Okay, now the next thing, now click on it, format shape. Then change it to white and increase the transparency to, let's say, 90, just like the one we did the other time. 90. So now insert a text box for the title. That's customer feedback. So now highlight it, give it this color. Let's leave it to this color. Now you can increase it, format it, remove outline, then remove field. Then we can now bring it here, bring it here. I'm going to be putting it at the center. So what else? So now I want to, this dashboard will be our guide. So this particular one, I want to insert this shape, this particular shape. So insert, go to insert this shape. Where is the shape? This is the shape. So drag it. Then I'm going to fill it with gradient fill. Gradient fill. Yeah, I think we are cool with this, or we should just have change this to this. Let's return it. So now I don't want outline. So now you can copy it to this, add it. Let's see if you can group it. So now copy it again. So you bring this one here, then flip this to this side, bring it here. Now we have our shape, we have our title. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is this particular visual. I want to create this visual. So what I'm going to do now is, this is the data that I'm using. So now I'm going to highlight this data and take it to pivot. So now I'm going to take it to pivot table, new worksheet. So take it to pivot table now, and that is my feedback. It's based on feedback and average rating range. So now I'm changing it to average. So then I'm going to change it to a decimal place. So now next thing now is to insert the visual that I want. So that's radar, this. So come right here. So the first thing is to change the axis to 5. I want to change it to 5. So this you can now remove this, hide all the button, then come right here, remove this legend. I don't need legend. So you can remove this. You can add data label. Now the next thing that I want to do again is to format my shape, no outline, then again no fill. Okay, I need to no fill, but I need that outline. I need outline. No fill, no fill, but I need outline. I need the outline. Then let's take it to our dashboard that we are preparing. Dashboard that we are preparing. So now this, you can change it and increase this. So now our data label, can change the color. So there is a particular font that I use for my number. Change the color. Yes, we are cool like that. You can change the color of the data label, or let's fill the data label with this. This, I think this is better. Let's change it. Then let's change the color to this. So now it's time for us to start. And still leave it like this. Now let's change our, let's start our visualize, let's format our shape. So click on it and go to fill. So the marker font, I'm going to change it to this color. Then you can reduce the transparency, let's say to 50. Then let's go back to marker. Let's change our marker to this. Increase this to like to this. Then let's add some glue. Yeah, so we are done with this, with our first visual. So you can just, we are done with our first visual now. So now this line, I need to add a gradient fill to it. This is our outline. Let's add the gradient fill. So we are making use of this. Then this, okay, this, this. Okay, we can still change this black, this to black. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, now we are cool with that. So now what's the next thing is to, we can just copy this, bring it here, bring this one here. Then let's change it to general rating. General rating. I need to group it so that it won't be moving together. So now click on it, hold the key, control key, then group it so that when we are dragging it, everything will be dragging together. So you can place it here. Yes, we have our first visual. Now the next thing now is to do this particular, okay, let's start with the gender. So now take your, go back to your pivot, bring your pivot here, this pivot. So now you can copy this, then bring it here, then here. So let me show feed. So I'm going to add, that's, oh, gender. Where's our gender? Gender. So gender, and what did we do? Okay, count of gender. That's what we are doing. Count of gender. Count of gender. Then also I'm going to add it again for the average. So now I'm going to change this to average. or percentage of total. So percentage of, that's not average. I want to change this to percentage of total, column total. Good. So this, change it back to total. Okay, so now we are good with this. So now is for us to add our visual, this particular visual. So this, so let's insert our visual. That's a donut chart. Hmm. So before we add insert our donut chart, I want us to copy this out. Just copy this out, put it here, then we know, then we add this. Just make sure that you are copying this, just these two. Okay, you can just copy this. Highlight these two, just this. Then insert a donut chart. Yes, this is what I want. Insert a donut chart. Remove legend, remove this. I don't need this. Then format it. Format your donut chart. No outline. Then these two, no outline. No outline. Then you can now take it and start formatting it. Take it here and start formatting it. Reduce it. You can reduce it, then bring it here. So now I want to format this first one. I'm going to format it to, let's check the color that I want to use, a solid color for this, 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 and okay, let's use a gradient fill. Gradient fill will be better. So remove this, then change this to this color, then now change this to this color. Yes, that's the color. Or let's do a this and this. Yes, that's the color. So this, what you just do to this is come right here, change this, then reduce this to about 90. So again, duplicate it, duplicate it, then bring it right here. Then we are going to change this color to, change this color to gradient fill. Then come right here, change this to this, and also this. So in this one, you are changing it to solid feed. change it to solid fill, and decrease this to 90%. Okay, so it's the other way around. This one to gradient fill. Oh, sorry, no fill. It's the other way around. So this one to solid fill, this, then this one to gradient fill. Yes. So we have our, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is to add this image. I want to add this image. That's the next thing that I want to do. So now you go to insert, then icon for, you check for icon for, so you must be online. So I need to put on my internet. You must be online when you want to search for picture online and also icon. So now I'm going to bring my icon, click on icon, insert, then click on icon. Okay. So you bring your icon, then search for male icon. I made use of this. Click on just, then female icon, female icon. So I use this. Then you just insert. So still loading. So now you bring it here, select it. This for female. So now this for male, I'm just going to change the color to this color. Then this, I'm going to change it to the color that we are using for this. So we can still decrease the size to fit in into our shape. Just bring it right here, then bring it right here. So now the next thing now is to bring my average, the percentage of each gender. So I'm going to insert a shape. Okay, I can just copy this, bring it right here. Just insert a shape. You can use a shape, whatever you're using, make sure there's a shape. Then I want to remove this. Then come to this formula and write equals to. Then go back to your pivots table. Then click on this. That's for female. Then highlight it. Okay. Okay. This is it. Highlight it. Then change it to the color for female. This is the color for female that we're using. And my front, as usual, Franklin, can increase it. You can double click on it so that we use it for male. So bring it here. So now here for male will be, let's say, G17. I think that should be G17. You can check it. Then we are using this particular color, and change my front, increase it. What's the front side for this? Let's check for this so that we can have the same front size. 14. So bring it here, bring it here. So now that we have our shape sitting well, so now the next, you can group it, you can group the shape together, you can group it together. group so that when you are moving it, it won't be moving separately. Okay, let me resize this. Let's just group it. Just align and group it. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to do here is this particular shape. So this particular shape, that's what I want to do. So how did I achieve that? What I just did is a column chart. Insert the column chart. This is what I did. Then I remove everything, legend, title, everything. Then format it. I don't need format. I don't need fill. What text am I leaving out? Can switch color. Okay, leave it. Okay. So now you can format it to the particular, this is for let's use this, and this. Then this is for our male, female. This. Then let's use this. This. So now no outline. No outline. So now you continue and just add it here. Just reduce the shape and add it to this place. Bring it here. Just increase it. Add it like this. These two. Okay. Now the next thing now is to add, use this as the gender. That's the title for this particular visual. So you can just write gender. Yes, we are done with our gender now. We are done with our agenda. So the next thing is this source of information. That's the next thing that I want to do, source of information. So now go back to our pivots, then copy this, add it here, then source of information, that's source, bring it here, remove the gender, bring source of information. So what we use for that is just bar chart, bar chart. So you can copy it out, we can just, okay, we can leave it like that. Then insert a bar chart, this. So remove everything, okay, not all the axes, I don't want this. So the axis that I want to remove, just the horizontal axis. Hide all the button. Then this you can sort by Okay, format it to no outline. So you can format it to the what's it called, the color that you want to. You can format it to the color you want. You can increase this and still increase this, reduce it, then format it to the color that you want. So I want this particular color and this. I was using this. Okay, let's make use of that. No line, I don't want line. So now we can take it to our dashboard. We can take it to our dashboard. Okay, I don't know why it's not moving, but it will definitely move. Okay, so now just resize it and format it. Resize it and format it. So now you can add your data label. Add your data label. Add data label. Then format it. Format your data label. White. Then my usual frank. This. Then increase it. This to white too. Increase it. Okay, let's change this because that's not our usual color that we use. Let's change it back to this. Okay. Oh, we should just use this. We were using this. Okay, let's leave it. So now we have this. So let's change it. Let's add our title as source of information. Source of information. So now I need a line to divide this just to make it colorful and very fine. This particular line. So let's leave it like this. So you can format the line, gradient, change this to this color to make it colorful. Good. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is this particular shape, this particular visual, which is overall rating. So let me check what I use for that. That's, let's check. Okay, it's still count of source. Let me check. Show period, source and rating. Okay, source and rating, that's what we use for that. So where's my pivot? So I'm going to be using this. Okay, let's check our data. Rating. So it's rating. So now so insert a so you can copy it out. It gave me a color. So I'm going to be making use of this. Then axis, we are going to remove axis, but that's the vertical axis. Title, grid line, add data label to this. So this, the first one, I'm going to be changing the color to this. That's average. I want to change the color to this. Excellent. I'll change the color to green. Good. I'm going to change the color to this blue. Then poor will be red. I'll change it to red. No, not everything. So you pick it one after the other. You make sure that everything is not clicking. All the series are not clicking at once. So very good. Okay, let's leave it to this color. Okay, let's leave very good to this color, to that color. Then average, let's leave average to this color. So change this to the bottom. You can drag it here like this, drag it. So now you can format it. No fee, this, I don't want fill, still not giving me. I don't want fill. Click on it, no fill. So now take it to our dashboard. So here, your data label, increase the front, this two, change it to white. So you can bring it down. Good. Let's remove the outline. I don't want outline. Okay, so now you change this, copy this, bring it here, and change it to rating. Change it to rating. So now that's so the next thing that I want to do now is this particular visual. So I want to do this particular visual. This is the next thing that I want to do here. So now that's net promoter score. So again, bring your, arrange it to here. So promoter score, that's this NPS rating. NPS rating, then NPS category and NPS rating. Yes, let me check. Let's check what we use for that. NPS category and what? Count of NPS category. Okay. NPS category and count of NPS category with their percentage. So we are going to be making use of that too. So add NPS category again. So here I'm going to change this, come right here, change this to percentage of total, column total. So now, so before we start that, I'm going to bring this particular icon emojis. You can call it emojis or icon. So this for the poor, the traitor, passive, and also promoter. I'm going to introduce it here. So I'm going to insert those icon. Make sure you have internet. So go to icon again. Go to icon. Okay, I think it's faces. Yes, faces. Okay, I use this. I use this. I use this. Then which one did I use again? Where's the other one that I use? Where are you? I think this. So let's insert that. Okay, let's take it to our dashboard. Take it to our dashboard. Bring it here. Deselect it. So this, I'm going to change it to red. Format it, change it to red. This to this. Okay, no, it's this one to this. This one to this. Okay, I think I need to insert this again. Let me see what I use. Okay, let me insert it. Check. Icon. Okay, this is what I use. Take it to this. So I'm changing the color to this. Why am I not getting this? So it's one of it. Okay, let me just copy what I've used before. Let me copy it. So I know it's one of those. Oh, this thing has been dragged. So this, we have the traitor here. I need to check for this. I don't know how that thing drag. So I got it. It's this particular shape. So bring it here. Then change this to this color. Yes, that is it. I got it. So we can still resize our shape. Right click on everything, then you can resize it. Format the shape. So bring it here, come right here. So now the next thing now is to insert this shape, bring each of our, let me first remove this. Okay, now come here, equals to, go back to this, then this, remove this, you can just write equals to k, that's k11, k11. Okay, I didn't get that. Click on the inside, then come here. To make it faster, you can copy it out. Copy this out like this. Copy it out, then come right here. Just equals to, so that it won't be giving us any. Click here. Change it to our color. So this one will be L21. If you check, it will be L21. Copy it again. This will be L22. Let's check this. Go back to the pivot. Highlight it. This will be M21. So what I did here was just to insert a text box, then also put the issue of the uh, net NPS scorers there. So that was what I put here. So now the next thing is to add my title. Just I'm going to just copy it from here to save time. Copy it, put it here. So the next thing that I'm going to do now is this overall feedback visuals. So now let me quickly add this. Let me add this here to divide this. Duplicate it and bring it up here too. Okay, so now the next thing now is to do this. So now what I'm going to use is the overall feedback. So I'm going to bring it here, this particular overall. I'm going to bring it here. So this is the overall experience that I want to use. So this, we change it to average, change it to average. So we have it. So now I'm going to insert a donut chart. Insert a donut chart. So remove the legend, remove everything. So before we insert our donut chart, what I'm going to do first here, so I'm going to put this here, bring it here, so that this is, let me just put it here, total. I put it as total, that's the total feedback experience. Then the balance, so assuming our star rating is 5.0, so I'm going to deduct, that's equals to 5 minus this our total feedback. So we have 4.1.4. So I'm going to use the donut chart for this. So I'm going to use a donut chart for this. Remove this, this, then format the donut chart. No fill. Can format the, you can increase the donut chart. Can just bring it here. Let's say here like this. Okay, let's leave it like this. I just increase the angle slice, then the donut, oh no, not this, it's the donut size that I want to reduce. So now I want to fill it, no line. So now this, so let's take it to our dashboard, bring it here. So let's change this color here, gradient fill. Let's change it to gradient fill. Not this, just click on one of the donuts. Gradient fill, I want to
remove this. Then this, let's use this. I think this or this. Okay, let's look for a better color. Yeah, I'm cool like this. So this will be solid field, then change it to white, then reduce this to 90 or 95. Let's do 95 and check. Yeah, so you can see reduce the donut size. So now I'm going to I'm going to bring one of these here, then bring it here, then come right here, equals to, come to this place and put this one here. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my Excel sheet, it's misbehaving. So let's increase this to this. Then let's bring it here. Let's bring it here. So now the next thing now is this our star rating, this star rating. So I actually downloaded it from Google. I just Google 3.6 star rating logo png. So that's what I downloaded, 3.6. So that was what I downloaded. So now we move to this. So I want to insert it, insert the star rating that I downloaded, insert, go to insert, download, should be this. Let's check it if it's this. Yes, this is it. We have it here. So this is it. This is our star rating that I downloaded. So you can see change the color of this to match it. So now you can change this to this, you can change this to this. This. Yeah. So we have this. So just resize it, bring it here. So we have our star rating, overall star rating. So the next thing is just that's overall feedback. So I'm just going to copy and paste this here. Oh no. Okay, you can just copy this, bring it here, then we write it overall feedback. So we have that here. So the last thing that we are going to do is this purpose of visiting visuals, which is also a donut chart. So now I'm going back to my pivot. So I'm going to click on this, then show my feed list. So take this one up. So I'm going to put purpose here, then change this to change this to what's that, change this to zero significant. So now the next thing that I'm going to do here is to insert a donut chart. Insert a donut chart again. You can just bring it out to remove the blank. Insert a donut chart, remove legend. Okay, no, add the legend, we need the legend. So now the next thing is to remove this, then take it to our dashboard to do the changes to white, increase it. So now you can now work on the donuts. I don't want outline on the donuts. Then format data label. You can change this to green, or this, change this to, let's change this to this, then let's change this to this. Yeah, I think we are cool with that. We are cool with that. So now you can increase the size of the donuts. So now you can add data label. Yes, we need our data label to change it. Okay, we can change this to black to show it more beautiful. Good. Now we need this here to have our total. equals to our this, that's equals to, okay, so we can change it here, equals to over here this. Just remove this, because if you don't remove it, it will give you error. So now it's giving me error. Okay, let me write sheet there. Yeah. Okay, it's 13. So I'm going to change it to this. Okay, let me check the 18. 18. The row number is 18. So I'm going to change this to this. Then my usual uh, number. Let me check the row number. I think I'm not getting the right row number. Let me check it. L18. Okay, I think I did K, so it should be L18. L18. So you bring it here. You can still increase the size to make it bolder. Can increase this. So just make sure that it's aligned. I don't know why this is not moving. Just make sure it's aligned. And my text box is not moving well. So just make sure everything is aligned. So the next thing that I want to do is my slicer. My slicer, I'm going to use here for that. So I'm just going to create a slicer for here. So I already have it here before, but let me just show us how to do that again. So I'm going to bring checkout date, remove this, and I don't want this to show. Okay, let's just, okay, you don't need to create another pivot for that. Just go to click on any of the pivot table, then go to insert and insert a slicer, then check out this. That's what you're going to use for that. And then, so I already copy blank and I don't want to show it, but I have to just leave it like that. So now we move it to our dashboard to start the analysis for this. So now I want my slicer to have the, what's it called, the same background and visual. So what I need to do is just click on the slicer, then go, I already have it here, but I need to show us how to create this. So just duplicate any of the slicer, duplicate it. So this is what I duplicated, this is what I duplicated. So now go to click on it and click modify. Once you click modify, first click this, then format. Once you format, go to fill, then more color. Okay, let's just use this more color. Then what I used before the background, that's 5 10. I think I used 10, then 45. That's the background I used before. Clear. Then do the same thing for what's it called again. So now click on the header, go to format again. Okay, I don't need to click on the header. So now I'm going to click on slicers again, then go to format, fill effect, then change this to this, also change this to this particular one. Then you can change it to vertical and click on any one that you want. I think I want this, so let's come right there. Also, what else are we going to do here? I need to click the let's click the header. So now the next thing again, let's format this again, then fill effect. This, I'm going to use this for this, also this. Let's click this vertical, then change. Okay, so let's leave it like this and check. So now click our, this is what I use. You can now use this. Okay, I think I'm not done yet. We still need to modify further. We still need to modify this further. So modify again. Fill effects, custom, Spotify. Change this to this. I think I didn't change it the other time. Yeah, so now we can now leave it. So you can see now that we have the same thing here. So now we can also, you can see that we have the same thing here now. So now that is how I was able to how I created my dashboard, this beautiful dashboard. Now you can also recreate this. Just follow the process. You can use any of the visual if you want to create another dashboard, or you want to do anything related to this. You can make use of this. It's free for you to use. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, subscribe, like, comment. I need your comments. I need your feedback also. Just as you have done feedback on this, I also need feedback from you. Like, share, and comment, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.